You may have watched at least 10 to 15 of those useless self help, feel good type of videos. I'm not saying they're bad at all, but have you applied them into your life and bring a real change that will make your life better? You follow whatever the tips shared in those videos and just come back to your casual daily routine after 2 3 days and you feel like there's nothing that can change you, but one video can change your life entirely. And I'm not saying that is this video. Any video can change your life, but you should have a discipline and ability to grasp what are the content which is shared in that particular video. Well, if you want to make your life disciplined and achieve your real life goals, then this video is just for you, and only for you. In this today's video, we are gonna understand the concept, the accountability mirror shared by David Goggins in his book Can't Hurt Me. And this is a really amazing book. You must have a read of this, and the concept shared in this book by David Goggins is really useful for us and everyone, of course. So that is what we are going to discuss about today. So let's get into it without any further delays. If you are lying on a bed or relaxing, sit up straight, because this video is not going to be you can't grasp anything by sitting in a relaxed position. You should be always straight, your spine should be erect, and you can pay your maximum attention at that moment. So let's get started now. At times when David Goggins was literally messed up with his life and had no direction, no meaning, no goal, but he has a dream of getting into the Air Force. But when you will read this book, you will understand what the story was actually. Simply, he had a desire to go to Air Force and work as some kind of any role that he gets into Air Force. So the accountability mirror is a method in which, or you can say through which, David Goggins overcome his messed up life, his messed up routine, everything that was shattered. And the accountability mirror is what David Goggins used in order to come up with his life and achieve his dreams. Well, that is what we are going to discuss in today's video. Okay, so let's get into the main topic. The accountability mirror is a method in which we just face ourselves in front of mirror and we become as raw and as real as possible to ourselves. If you are bad with your studies, or if you're bad with your health, you are too skinny or too fatty, then you have to speak reality to yourself. For example, if you're too bad with your studies, you have to say you are dumb, you can't study anything, what is this all, what are your grades, why are you failing, why are you getting D's. So this is all things you have to say, or whatever the feeling that you generate for yourself after seeing yourself in front of a mirror. So that is what you have to say, and it should be real. It should not be sugar coated or not any kind of sweet talk or affirmations. It should be raw and real. Like, I can take an example for better understanding. If you're bad with your studies, stand in front of a mirror, stand in front of a mirror, and you can say you are bad in studies, bad as hell, what is all this, blah blah blah, whatever you want to say, you can continue. So what David Goggins used to do is, back then, he used to take some sticky notes. So first he used to just practice accountability mirror, for example, standing in front of a mirror and speaking out truths about any field in your life. And then he used to take sticky notes, post-it notes, that you get in that marketplace, post-it notes, and he used to just post those notes like on the mirror. So for example, if you want to study maths and you're bad with maths, you're bad with physics, you're bad with chemistry, you're bad with your health, or you're bad with finances, anything. So you should, like, for example, I'll take for example, if you're bad with your mathematics, physics, sciences. So for example, if you are bad with your studies, then you will take a post-it note, post it on your mirror, and you will follow that particular instruction, and you will complete that task that is mentioned on the post-it note. Okay, there is a single kind of rule for post-it notes. For example, if you want to complete an entire chapter, then you will take a specific note that for 1 hour I'll study this subject, and after that you will remove. You have not to put the note of I have to complete this entire chapter, because it seems more difficult to your brain. So the tendency of yours to avoid that becomes more. So your tendency to quit that chapter it increases. So what you have to do is you have to take a big task or whatever the small task and cut it into a more simplified and small version so that you can complete it very easily without much of a resistance, you can say. So thank you for watching this today's video. Now don't just go to another video, apply the technique right now. If you learn anything new through this video, make sure to subscribe and like and share this video.